Welcome to the very first video of the Fictional Dad. This is just a random idea that I thought of while showering just now. So I just want to introduce myself to you guys who's potentially watching this. I'm Daryl, right? My mission in life as of now is to be an amazing stay-home dad for my kids, to provide for them mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually, and even physically, right? And this channel or this entire documentation is really all the life advice that I've prepared for my kids, my future kids, that is going to happen in the next few years to come. And while I'm documenting, maybe the videos that I film might impact some of you. That's a bonus, that's a byproduct. But more importantly, it's just me introspecting, and also hopefully some of my life lessons that I have acquired along the ways will impact my kids. So some of you watching this, or even kids watching this, my future kids watching this right now might be thinking, hey, why is Daddy filming all of these videos? Why do I want to be a stay-home dad so badly as well? Here's the behind the scenes. Because growing up, I have two younger siblings, two sisters. I'm the oldest, and we were pretty much, financially wise, well-to-do when we were younger. I remember we were staying with my grandparents. We live in a condo. My grandfather has a car, my mom has a car, my dad has a car. So growing up, I had a lot of tuitions. I have a lot of holiday trips every year, at least twice. So pretty much I would say that financially, my dad has provided a lot, but mentally, emotionally, physically, probably not. And that's why at a young age, right, I always feel that there's an absent father figure in my life. And instead of finding solutions for that, I kind of just accepted it and just numb myself by just cruising life, I guess. My mom sent me for tuition, I just go tuition. My mom asked me to get good grades. I tried my best to get good grades until too much disappointment, where I attempted in exams, but I get like C6, C5. And I just quit on studying. Was I a good student in school? Was I in those president clubs, vice chairperson? None at all. No. Since young all the way up to maybe 20, even 22 years old, even in army, right? I was just cruising through life. Not good at anything. I was always the average kid. So one fine night when my father came back from Malaysia, his business based in Malaysia, and that's where he screamed at the top of his lungs because he caught me playing computer games at 3 a.m. in the morning. At that point of time, our family's business was in the downfall. There were a lot of debts. He was, trying to pay off debts, a lot of stress that he was on. He screamed at the top of his lungs. He said that, "Fucking useless son, other than playing games, chasing girls, and clubbing, what are you good at?" And for the longest time, I knew in my bones that I was not good at anything. Hence, I was numbing by chasing girls, clubbing, and also playing games. Numbing it, escaping from reality, right? But for him to expose it like that, it really broke my heart into pieces. And that's where I finally accepted that, probably I cannot carry on like that. After army, I have to find a full-time job. I have to really face reality that, what am I going to do in my life? I did not have all of these answers, you see. So, but that was really mean of him to do that, and that really broke my heart into pieces, and that's why I was crying on the bed, 21 years old, 22 years old, around that range. And that's why I made a point to myself, say, I just want to be a better father than him. He was able to provide financially, only one aspect. Can I provide mentally, emotionally, spiritually? I just want to do better for my future kids, so that they don't have to go through whatever I've gone through. So kids, if you're watching this is why Daddy want to be doing what I'm doing today, right? So let's fast forward and talk about the process. So at 22 years old, I did that goal in my mind, and now I'm 29 years old. So I start thinking to myself, physically, I must be there for my kids. So it means that I work from home, stay home dad, right? Can 9 to 5 career give me that? Probably yes, probably no, but the likelihood probably is low, right? So that's why I told myself, say, I will definitely do a business. But watching how my father struggled in business was a huge toll on myself and also on my mom, which reinforced my belief that, wow, business is very difficult, business is challenging, business is high risk taking. Um, and but that being said, I know my goals really, really clearly. I want to be a stay-home dad by 35, and right now specifically 35 years old. So at 22, I probably have like 13 years, 14 years to make that happen, right? So I told myself, say, regardless of what happened, I will do my way, do my best to make that happen. I'll find a way to make that happen. So at 23, 24 years old, I took up a sales career at a tech startup doing software sales. I was doing good. That's where I acquired a lot of sales skills. After which I was very ambitious. I wanted to do a managerial role, right? But the company said that you're too young. I cannot promote you. And I was really pissed off because selfishly I wanted to learn how is it like leading a team, how is it like recruiting people. They did not give me such opportunities. So at that point of time, I was already documenting my journey on Instagram at this account called DNYK. So strangers from Singapore, from Instagram, they were following me, watching how I was doing sales on a day-to-day basis. I have nothing to sell them anyway. I was just documenting my journey like how I'm documenting now. And one fine day, I said to all of them, I said, how many of you, if I'll teach you sales, you will appear? You want to learn? And I'm surprised like 10 of them actually said yes, and 10 of them actually turned up. And I asked them, like, if I train you sales every single week, and I might even find opportunities for you to sell stuff, how many of you are willing to join me? And all 10 stayed. And that was how SEA started out, right? Sales Excellence Academy. And I did not charge them a single cent. I was just doing it for free. And slowly after, that's where I was like, wow, if I want opportunities, I create opportunities. That was the belief that I got there. But 6 months straight, I was doing it every Saturday at Starbucks Cathay, Dhoby Ghaut area. I was teaching strangers for free, sales. And while teaching them sales, I teaching them mindset as well. And I realized that I really love it, and it brought a different skill set in me, coaching, which I've never tried before, you see. So at that point in time, I had sales, and now I slowly acquired a new skill, right? Coaching, sales coaching. And while doing sales coaching, I did a little bit of mindset coaching as well. So that was when I had a mid-career crisis. I asked myself, other than selling for the sake of selling, earning commission for the sake of earning, what's the meaning to life? What's there more to life? And there was a period in my life where I sell without integrity, and that was a huge one for me. It took a toll on my own self-image. I'm like, hey Daryl, who are you? Like, other than earning money just to prove your father that you're useful, prove to your colleagues you're good, and you even go shortcuts and sell your integrity and sell your soul for it, what's there to your life? And I find that question very hard to answer. In school, parents cannot find the solutions for me. I asked my mom, what's your purpose? And she said, watching you 3 kids grow up, that's my purpose. I'm like, I got no kids. What's my purpose? And I asked my dad that question as well. He was like, fuck man, paying bills is my purpose. I cannot, I do not tell you the answer. I just want to get rid of my bills. Get rid of the loans. So I was like, both answers are not applicable to me. So what is my answer? That's why I start going down the rabbit hole, studying about life. I start reading up on Jordan Peterson, Gary Vaynerchuk, Tony Robbins, a lot of good gurus online. Start watching a lot of YouTube videos, Robin Sharma, right? And that's where I realized that as I studied more about these topics, right, I realized words like self-awareness, self-identity, introspection, taking action. Life is about evolution, changing yourself, evolving yourself. The more I went down this rabbit hole about life, about self-discovery, about introspection, the more I realized that, wow, this is what life is all about. Not just escaping, running, MTD, earning money for the sake of earning money. At 25 years old, that's where I chanced upon it. I had a taste of it. I was like, oh my God, nobody, is able to provide this for young kids. I want to be that person for young kids. So I decided to do it. I started my coaching company at 25 years old, and I just help youths. I charged the first batch of students like $40 to teach them about how to find your purpose in life, how to find confidence, how to find what motivates you, how to find your life goals, like how I found mine. I want to be a stay-home dad. And I was giving that to a lot of youths, a lot of kids, and I was probably the happiest, phase of my life. But happiness is short-lived because it's always about business sustainability, right? Students, as a matter of fact, don't have a strong earning power, hence they cannot pay me the most. $40, how long can I survive for, right? At that point of time, some context is that we were living in a rental flat. My family don't own any property. So I was helping out with my mom with bills. I was paying 2.5K every single month to pay off rental. So can you imagine, 2.5K was my obligations to my parents. And I charged $40 per student. But I had a non-negotiable. I really wanted to make money with purpose, and I wanted to make impact and income simultaneously. It cannot be either or, because I experienced making income without impact. It feels empty. So that was why I was desperate. I had like probably $17,000 in the bank account, and I swiped my credit card and I said, you know what, I wanted to find a business mentor to teach me how to build a coaching business from scratch. And I took that leap of faith. That was 2020. I was 25 years old. And I'm really grateful of that decision, because that really changed the entire trajectory of my life. 6 months in, I was able to pay off that 30K. In fact, the business made 42K revenue. I had about 12K profits, because at that point of time, I did not have like a lot of expenses or advertisement fees. So can you imagine 12K profits divided by 6 months? That was probably like 2K profit per month. So I was able to pay off the house rental, but I was dipping a bit in my savings. But that phase of my life made me feel that it's possible to make such an unorthodox career, which is coaching, come true. And then, long story short, right, slowly after, I decided to niche into financial advisors, because a lot of them come and find me. And I started learning the industry, started getting better at it, understanding what kind of mental blockage were they facing with. One by one, for the last 4.5 years, we've been helping them break through, getting their accolades and awards and impact income. But as a matter of fact, right now, why am I doing this video is because my utmost purpose, or like coaching them, is a joy to me. But what makes me bring out the most joy is probably anything that got to do with life advice, anything got to do with helping my kids in the future. And that's why that leads to where we are here. So kids, if you're watching this right now, so you hope you understand daddy's life journey or my career's journey. It has everything be smooth sailing? To be honest, no. Were there nights where I cry? Were there nights where I worry? Were there nights where I break down? Of course. Yeah, in fact, right now I'm talking to you guys, sharing you guys this. It makes me feel very emotional as well. But I won't quit, I won't stop, because all of these things for you guys, so that you can see how I lead by example to make stay-home dad, this dream, come true. I do not know how long more will this journey have to suffer all the ups and downs, but it's definitely worth it. So yeah, so this is the first video that explains what I've gone through and where I want to be in time to come. So just some overview of what is going to be covered in this whole channel, right? I will want to share with you, my kids, couple of various topics like philosophy, money, life, love, relationship, right? Sex even. We also talk about friends. We also talk about career. We can also talk about hobbies, recreation. We talk about health, sleep, diet even. Does daddy know all the answers? To be honest, no. Even today, the advice that I give you is probably my best, or is of my best knowledge. In time to come, if I have updated knowledge, I would love to give you guys live updates. But I do my very best. So, oh yes, and why I'm doing this video right now at 29 years old, when I'm gonna have kids like when I'm 30 plus, is because I am afraid that life happens at any point of time. Maybe number one, I have no kids. Number two, I might be gone. My life is fragile. Some illness might happen, and then all of these documentaries can journey with my kids throughout their lives. And more importantly, probably right now in my current phase, I need something like a side hobby that makes me feel passionate in life again. That's probably the truth, and that's why I'm doing this. So if any of you watching this, my kids, or even the viewers or the audience, if you have any question, feel free to just drop comment and support me along the way as I document this entire journey. And I just look forward to making the most of my life and most of my insights that I have for myself. See you in the next video.